Ever struggled with a mess of HDMI cables across your living room or studio? Today, we're diving into the world of wireless HDMI transmitters and receivers, and I'm going to show you what actually works in real life. I've tested these devices in everything from outdoor shoots to big conference rooms, and I'll tell you what's smooth, what's frustrating, and who really benefits. No fluff, no overhype, just honest insights so you can decide if wireless video is right for you. Stick around because by the end, you'll know exactly which features matter and which ones are worth skipping. This is my take on the 5 best wireless HDMI transmitter and receiver. Number 5. Vrriis WL097 PRO. So imagine you're trying to show something on a big screen, but running a long HDMI cable across the room is just messy. That's basically where this wireless HDMI kit helps. I tried it for sending video from a laptop to a TV across the room, and honestly, the setup was super easy. Just plug both pieces in and it works. What I liked most is the freedom. No cables across the floor, and you can even send a video to multiple screens if you need to. One thing I didn't love though, if there are too many walls or obstacles, the signal can get weaker. So this is great for presentations, events, or studios, but if you're just connecting a TV right next to your laptop, a simple HDMI cable is probably enough. Number 4. The Vrriis WL082 HDMI. Last week, I was helping a friend set up a presentation in a large hall. The projector was on one side of the room and a laptop had to stay near the speaker. Running a long HDMI cable across the floor felt messy and unsafe. That's when we tried this wireless HDMI transmitter and receiver. We plugged one into the laptop and the other into the projector, and within seconds, the screen appeared on the big display. No cables, no complicated setup. What I really liked was how far it could send the signal across the room without issues. The only downside is that walls can weaken the connection a bit. Still, for presentations or events, I'd definitely recommend it. Number 3. Lemorele Wireless 200M. Ever tried showing something on a big screen but didn't want a long HDMI cable running across the room? That's exactly the situation where this wireless HDMI kit makes sense. I used it during a small presentation where the laptop was across the room from the projector. Instead of dealing with cables, we just plugged the transmitter into the laptop and the receiver into the projector. Within seconds, the screen appeared. What I like most is how simple it is. No apps, no complicated setup. Just plug and it works. The only downside is it tops out at 1080p, so it's not ideal if you're expecting full 4K quality. Great for meetings, classrooms, or events. Probably unnecessary if you just need a short HDMI cable at home. Number 2. ACCSOON CineView HE. I honestly think wireless video systems like this only make sense when they actually save time on a real shoot, and this one mostly does. I used it while sending a camera feed to a monitor across the room, and not having cables everywhere made the setup much cleaner. Within seconds, the director could see exactly what the camera saw. What stood out to me was the stability. Even moving around the set, the signal stayed solid and the delay was barely noticeable. One thing to keep in mind though, it only outputs 1080p, so if your workflow is fully 4K, that might feel limiting. For filmmakers, streamers, or small production crews, it's genuinely useful, but if you just need to connect a camera to a nearby monitor, a cable is simpler. Number 1. Vrriis 400-meter wireless. I used this during a small video shoot. The camera stayed on a tripod across the room. I monitored the shot from the receiver's built-in 7-inch screen. Setup was simple. Plug the transmitter into the camera, power the receiver. The image appears in seconds. The biggest advantage is freedom. No long HDMI cables across the floor. The wireless range also helps in large spaces. The built-in screen is useful. You don't need a separate monitor. The main drawback is resolution. It's limited to 1080p. That's fine for monitoring, but not ideal for people working fully in 4K. This works well for videographers, events, and presentations. Not necessary for simple home setups where a short HDMI cable does the job.
All right, that's a wrap on my take on the wireless HDMI options. Hopefully it gave you a clearer idea of what works for different setups and what to watch out for. If you want to dig a little deeper, I've left some links down below. Just for reference, nothing you have to click. Take your time, think about your space and workflow, and pick what actually fits your needs. Thanks for hanging out and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.